What's wrong, bro? Are you okay? Who hurt you?
So I don't really watch movies, to be fair, but Bridgerton, I watched a couple of episodes of Bridgerton.
Oh,
and they had like that
nice.
Black Prince. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
In the 1800s?
Yeah.
No, but it's fictional, okay?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But it's representation, then.
No, but like to what end exactly, right? Because you're trying to paint a picture, and I think it does the opposite of what it's supposed to be doing. Because what you're not trying to do is say, this is what's dope, so let's put black people into it. When in actual fact, black people weren't a part of it in the beginning, and what you're doing is just glorifying this thing, like even further. You know what I mean? As opposed to actually like authentically telling African stories, if that's what you're trying to do.
Well, I mean, I get that, but then also, like, it's such an entrenched bit with, well, we're gonna get to that, but then, like, with the Bridgerton thing, I think it strikes a chord with me because I'm a big Bridgerton fan.
And that guy's actually Zimbabwean too.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Is he?
Yeah. I don't know actually what his real Zimbabwean name is. I think his name is
Jabu!
So, like, my favorite, like, period dramas in general have always been, like, my favorite thing. And I always used to say to people, oh my gosh, if I was ever to go back in time to a place, I would go there. And one of my friends was like, you'd be a slave.
Yeah, it's like you would not be the princess or the prince.
One of the handmaids.
Best case scenario, you will be a great Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Best
case. And yourself, have you seen anything diversity driven?
So what I'm like been rewatching Blackish, that's diversity driven.
Yeah.
It's in the title, Blackish. But I think further to what Dennis was saying, a lot of shows now, like I've watched even with all of Shonda Rhimes shows, all of just any of the new series, everything has to have diversity. There has to be a black character. There has to be an Asian. There has to be someone from the LGBTQ. Like that's sort of how the media is being driven right now.
So, like, if for example, you said you didn't enjoy The Woman King. If you don't like something that's like Black Panther, because for me, my one was Wakanda Forever. What a scam.
It was great. What do you mean?
Do you know how annoying it was to watch that item? Because it was actually like, at some point, probably like within 10, 20 minutes of being in the movie, Jabu and I looked at each other like, what are we doing? Like, we don't need to be here. Because like, it was just terrible. I felt like there was no storyline. What are you talking about? And it actually felt condescending to watch as an African, like accents aside. Just like this depiction of like, we're so holier than thou and so wise, but there's no real storyline that you're telling me about anything. You're not actually exploring any authentic, like, there's nothing really, but it's just to be able to say that, oh, black guys, here's a black movie.
Here's a black movie.
Like,
have something for you guys.
And I'm not like very familiar with it, but I'd be curious to see like what the profit split from a movie looks like, right? So if you're to look at, let's say the actual corporation, I don't know who does that, Disney, whatever, right? Like what's the shareholding structure of Disney, right? Like what percentage of those people are white who own that, and what percentage do they get? And if you were to break it down completely, I suspect, and I don't know this for a fact, but I suspect you'll find that white people are benefiting the most from putting up this charade.
No,
that's the other thing.
No, 100%, right? And I think because so I'm a big Marvel fan. So like the first Black Panther movie is the highest earning Marvel movie, like standalone Marvel movie outside of Avengers, right? So they kind of saw that and like, oh shit, like black people actually give a fuck, like they'll actually spend money and actually do it. And I think where it falls flat, so even with The Woman King, where it falls flat, and I think we're all kind of on the same page on that, is that the stories are not genuine, right? It's just kind of like, here's a story, and we're going to put black people in it because black people want movies with black people in them, right?
But then who decides what's a genuine black story? What?
Okay, let's start over.
No,
let's start the video.
We apologize.
Welcome back to my channel.